Yeah, but so is Metamorphosis down as well for the same amount of time. It's kind of the most important spell to fight with.
Onto Iceberg, Savage Roar, Astoy not going to be able to chase him down. Roger also going to be controlled, and well, they do get the Purge creep off, going to be able to connect. A big Lasso is going to be able to come out. No, and never mind, they turn it back around though. Roger already dead. Arzeek also going to fall. FNG throws out the ulti onto Sadoy. They are going to be able to kill off that Luna. Afro Ninja doesn't even hit the chains. A very awkward engagement from Effect. They are not looking incredibly coordinated as Sadoy is going to be chased down.
Body block,
as well.
DK.
Yeah, this is tough.
Yeah.
Another chains off the mark here for Afro Ninja, who tried to get away with the lone druid. He can just chase him down so effectively. He's gone. Another one goes the other way.
It's time to finish the Roche.
This has felt like a very different Effect team than we've seen previously, and likewise a Team Spirit team that looks very coordinated.
Yeah, Team Spirit has really good coordination in team fights. If you see the good disruptions coming out, big dream calls on 3 or even 4 people, and they fought even without Metamorphosis on cooldown.
Roshan soon to fall. Metamorphosis is up. Luna had dieback, so she's not going to be able to be here, but does have an Eclipse. Do they go for the jump in and crush? Is that the
Probably
play?
not. Terrorblade just keeping away so that he can't go in and blink.
They are still in the area. They're going to jump back out, bring down Iceberg. Okay, Aegis gone. There's the Dream Coil down again. Very low cooldown on that spell, of course. Arzeek taking the damage from the Metamorphosis. Luna is back up now and could be trying to come back into this one. They take down Arzeek, but not a big price to pay for that Aegis.
Yeah, that was pretty fast. Aegis taken down. Lasted only a few seconds.
Double damage.
Right. A little bit of a comeback for Effect, but Team Spirit still leading by about 6,000 net worth and 1,000 experience. Bottom lane, FNG is going to die. A little bit of a
3
luck.
hits. Yeah. He was still dead though. Batrider was already in the neighborhood, so...
Puck in the top lane. Phobos has definitely been able to rotate and become more of a core as Vanscore is going to die mid lane and able to take him down rather rapidly.
Yeah, but if you look who Team Effect is killing, it's almost every time Shadow Demon or Lina. So these skills doesn't give as much gold and experience to the Team Effect. Meanwhile, Terrorblade still has 0 deaths. BKB working towards that Manta style, which is gonna be huge in fights. Ember Spirit has almost... well, Puck has more farm than Ember. That says a lot.
Yeah. There is this nice little core here in the middle where you have Ember, Batrider, and Slardar that all are relatively farmed. Like, they've got some fighting effectiveness and a little bit of mobility. But it definitely feels like they're the ones that are lacking. If the game goes on, though, can they catch back up? It feels like maybe they continue this out. They've got more cores in the end game.
Both teams have a really strong late game, but Terrorblade is much stronger with Lone Druid against that Luna, even though she has aura from Vengeful Spirit, and but Ember Spirit kind of lacks items. He needed to have at least Boots of Travel plus 1 more item.
Okay. We also haven't gotten to see it a ton, but the Terrorblade talent tree is pretty nifty. That last 30-second cooldown, or rather minus 30-second cooldown on Sunder is just absurd.
Yes, it's a 10-second cooldown actually.
Yeah.
When you're level 25, or you can go for 15 all stats, which is also amazing.
As it stands, we might not even be getting there. BZZ hitting onto the tower. They can throw out these big crushes. The amp damage is all they want, but BZZ doesn't give a damn. He is too hard to bring down, and the illusions, just everything. Another crush. They pull back
Good
in
lasso.
Phobos. Okay, trying to turn us back around. The BKB pop for BZZ, though. They're not taking near enough damage. He has the Sunder still, turns it onto Arzeek, so very much survivable as BKB charges are wearing low now, but they've already used the Eclipse. A big jump in from DK Phobos, the Waning Rift doing a lot of damage, and well, they are going to be forced to pop the Shrine. Zeke's still dropping low, but not dead yet. It's a hold for effect.
Yeah, tier 3 tower down, ranged barracks almost down. It's just safe to go back right now. Ember's gonna try to chase, maybe get a kill on the van score.
Yeah, nice Checha with the chains. They are going to be able to get the disruption off, but well, unless they can get more, BZZ is amped up. Okay, maybe this is turning into something pretty effective. Roger taking a lot of damage from Phobos, has to jump into the trees, getting chased around by the illusion. We'll keep an eye on him to see if he ends up dropping. Does look like he's going to be able to escape from that one, but they do take down BZZ, so a big kill going back the way of effect. Definitely needed.
The rest of his team TP'd back. He didn't have time to TP because Team Effect has a good chase. Slardar, there's a fight going on.
A little bit of a misplay now. FNG, they turned to fight this one. I don't know if they completely can't. Iceberg, though, dealing a lot of damage here, is turning now on Sadoy. They get the Savage Roar as well. Sadoy might end up going down. They do drop the Dream Coil as well. Vanscore shows up. BKB popped, and it isn't going to do the Maelstrom damage, but they will be enough still to find the kill with the ulti and all. Now chasing Sashlo, looking for the kill. Dream Coil is still on cooldown, and, well, with no Jaunt forward, they will at least call off the charge.
Yeah, Terrorblade died, but still, he had a lot of gold. If you watch how Team Spirit is going for tier 3 tower, it's really smart. If you notice all these little things, Terrorblade is playing aggressive when disruption is on. He doesn't use it offensively to push. It's just if they try to go on him, he disrupts him. Then they have enough time to go back, and they repeat that again.
Really impressive display. So right now, it feels to me a little bit as if Team Spirit, through the laning stage, the way that it started, and Iceberg getting off to a hot start, it just has been him completely taking over the game. Do you think that this was mainly a drafting thing, or do you think that Team Spirit are just playing better than Effect here?
Well, they obviously playing better rotations, even though the score is 17-15, but that Batrider is not doing that much. I was expecting Legion Commander to be the last pick for them to actually clear those illusions easily.
Yeah, so maybe if they did have that illusion clear.
Yeah, and it would have been easier to deal with Terrorblade or Lone Druid with that blink and just Blade Mail.
Well, maybe the answer lies in the high ground defense. It feels like it's kind of the only avenue back into it for them at this stage, and possibly the movement in to take down Roshan as well as it goes on. But you can see now as well, this is a very frustrating strategy. Obviously, no backdoor protection on Shrines, so they can literally just keep sending these Terrorblade illusions in, and it's slowly going to whittle down the Shrines.
Yeah, that's actually really big. You can't TP to a Shrine, you can't use it to heal. Oh, Slardar is invis.
They're just going to keep doing this. This Shrine is going to fall eventually, and they don't have to commit anything for it, really. Oh, Sashlo up front and center is trying to walk away from this one, but the Dream Coil is down. The rest of his team is converging, but they're going to be here far too late, and now Iceberg possibly smelling blood. Looks like they want to just take down this Shrine as well.
Puck has a Yule Scepter now. That's the second Yule Scepter, so they have even more control for all those heroes besides Luna, who has a BKB. And I wonder what Puck is going to go for next. Probably a Naganim Scepter would be the best choice because of that extra Dream Coil break. You get coil duration 8 and almost 5 seconds stun duration. Yeah, there it is. He has it already in a quick buy. So if you plant a good coil, Terrorblade is just gonna destroy the whole team.
That sounds terrifying. Yule Scepter lift up on the Slardar, so he's not going to be able to get out of there. Ember Spirit jumps out to do a lot of damage to FNG first. Amp damage onto BZZ. Roger went invis. The Shadow Amulet working to great effect there. And they are going to back out, at least for the moment. Swap back in onto the Lone Druid. Iceberg in some trouble. They throw out the stun, but they're able to pull back in. Iceberg again, trying to find this kill. They throw out the Eclipse as well. Our Zeke is already dead, though, and now another kill onto Iceberg. So it works out pretty well. A triple for Sadoy, and Phobos now also under control. BZZ is going to get out of there, no TP away, and in the meantime, Phobos playing slippery over here to the side, can jaunt down to the bottom, doesn't have a blink dagger. Aphonia might be able to finish him off here. Yeah, the blink is getting canceled, and that will be a kill. So everybody dies but the Terrorblade.
Yeah, they didn't do it correctly this time, and they were pushing BKB on Terrorblade, committed so early. Plus, they didn't have any vision to reveal that Shadow Amulet from Slardar. Actually, he used it twice in a fight, and a good swap coming out for Lone Druid. He had to pop a BKB. He couldn't disrupt him.
They do kill off Slardar here. Yeah, I wonder, did they must have just not spotted the Shadow Amulet before they went uphill, I guess, is the only way that really makes a lot of sense. Because otherwise,
well, you kind of don't expect any big plays coming out from Shadow Amulet. It's not like you ping that item out. It's like you don't want to buy sentries just for that. I mean, but you have to, because we just saw how good it is.
Now Team Spirit do have a couple of sentries on their people as well, so shouldn't end up affecting them again as we get one pullback in now. FNG going to take a good burn of damage before Lina ends up going down.
Yeah, meanwhile Luna has a butterfly ready. Oh, that's huge. Well, as Luna gets bigger and bigger, also Terrorblade's reflection becomes stronger.
Yeah, that's a good point. Any disruptions from Shadow Demon too really can start to turn against effect.
Well, Shadow Demon needs to decide whether he wants to use it on Luna kind of offensively, or just to save, have some more illusions for Terrorblade, or just to save people from Lasso and the ones who's being swapped.
Oh, this is so frustrating for effect. They're going to get scanned out as well. Roshan was really close to up, but well, they pass by an illusion as well. Actually going to find BZZ. He ends up turning onto him, though. They don't decide to go onto the Terrorblade, instead turning on to everybody else in effect. All grouped up now. They're going to take a ton of damage. Roger already going to drop low. Sadoy as well does manage to get off the Eclipse, and, well, they're going to have to buy back on the Lone Druid. They're able to take down 3 of Team Spirit. Everybody from effect still left alive. Sadoy on a triple. Iceberg now also in some trouble. They managed to bring down the Ember Spirit.
Wow,
can they actually kill him? Oh my god. Iceberg. What?
That Mjolnir proc just killed 2 of them with it.
Alright, well, Sadoy got out.
Well, he was close to dying back because he bought back in the last fight, Lone Druid. Meanwhile, that Luna is getting so huge. Terrorblade kinda didn't attack Slardar in that fight as well. He was standing next to him for a few seconds.
I was wondering, because when I looked at it, it was like the Terrorblade was right there in front of him with nobody around. I felt like they were going to go on him, but they decided to head over to the side and focus everybody else first, which ended up being a great decision for him.
Yeah, but look at the timing on the both gems. They were bought at the same time, actually. Both teams saying it was enough of your offensive wards. So one bought on Puck, one on the Bat Rider. Roche is up. He's being scouted by that Alpha Wolf.
Still, Roche seems to be the thing to fight around as everybody's set up again. We've seen now a net worth swing back into the favor of Team Effect, and 20,000 almost experience. If you're Team Spirit at this point, how worried are you, and do you think that they still hold that advantage in the fight?
I don't think they have any more advantage right now. The game is pretty even. It's just who's gonna play it better.
All right, well, they get the lasso back onto one, but Sashlo in some trouble. Sadoy trying to get into range where he can get those right clicks out, but does look, at least for now, like they're going to be able to bring down FNG. Not a bad start to it. Orb out as well is not going to end up. He does jaunt forward. Arzika is going to be silenced. They do bring down that Vengeful Spirit. Sadoy turning on to BZD. They manage to find a bash, but he gets the Sunder off. Sadoy forced back and away now. Cannot take this fight when he's this low HP, and it looks like also Phobos trying to bring down Sashlo, but Bronia on top of him as well. They are going to be able to hit from the high ground. Sadoy making the plays. That is a monster kill for her.
Yeah, they don't have enough damage to deal with Luna right now. She has 2.2k HP, plus Hurricane Pike to position herself, Blacking Bar, and most important, that evasion. They got nothing so far on Terrorblade nor Lone Druid.
Yeah, and they're both building Scotties to try and tank up a little bit. Do you think this is the correct choice?
They need MKB.
Yeah. It's kind of strange that they... I mean, I guess that maybe they were already committed to this earlier, but could be a continuing problem with no great way to deal with the Luna.
Yeah, both of them are going actually for Eye of Skadi, but they actually need one, and they need MKBs on both heroes.
All right, well, scary times ahead. They're taking this Roshan not very quickly, and will be forced back again. Sashlo pulls in one. The disruption is there, but eventually that Iceberg is going to come out. Sadoy trying to turn onto these heroes is manning up against BZZ, trying to bring them down, but they've lost the Ember Spirit. Now the Eclipse comes out. This is the turnaround they need. It does not get off the Sunder. That is going to be a dead Terrorblade. Vanscore also in trouble. Godlike streak for Sadoy, and now the Ember Spirit, after buying back, wants to try and chase down Phobos, and well, maybe going to make it happen. The crush comes out from Roger. Controlled, stunned, and killed. Double for our Zeke.
What a play from Team Effect. If I was watching closely the Sadoy, what he does, they drop Terrorblade to half HP, and what he does next is just amazing. He goes into Roche Pit to actually be in the Fog of War, and then uses ultimate right there, so Terrorblade can't see him, plus he has that extra night vision for himself.
It feels like the movement of Sadoy continuously this game has just been really on point, whether it was attacking from the high ground there, making sure that he's not a good Sunder target, or if he is, he can get out after the fact. He's been playing a great Luna. 14, 4, and 10.
Yeah. I'm surprised he still didn't go for a Manta style yet, just has casual Yasha in his inventory.
Oh, another fight of brewing. They take down FNG. Arzika's going to end up falling very low, but they swap back in one. BZZ trying to take down Sadoy. That is only the Aegis, though. Maybe looking for more. They get the stun, trying to look for a bash as well. Can they get it? There's a good imprisonment from Vanscore. Now everybody trying to back out and away. Sunder is there. They managed to bring him down before he could get it off. Oh, no. Now Team Spirit in trouble. 60 seconds. No Terrorblade. Iceberg can try and hold on to his best.
That was actually such a bad disruption. He was trying to use Sunder at the time, and he disrupted him, and then he went out of range to do it, and Luna Beam and Ember Spirit just killed him.
Oh, Vanscore not getting it. You know, I really like the decision to actually not go Manta for Sadoy, because it just kind of turns into easy disruption illusions for the Shadow Demon if you send in your own illusions. So
yeah, that's why he didn't go for it. He needs to get close to actual Luna, and then he is in real trouble if he is close.
Phobos just didn't stand a chance, and now Iceberg getting chains down, and the Mjolnir procs are doing their best, but when a Luna gets in your base, this is when all hell breaks loose.
Plus the Satanic is on.
This could potentially just be it, honestly. I mean, they have 5 seconds left for the Terrorblade, but this is going to be 2 lanes of barracks, and FNG is just getting destroyed. All right, BKB turning to fight. Big crush, already killing off one. Maybe a second here as FNG is going to fall. They buy back on the Shadow Demon. Everybody from Effect running away. Goodness. Oh, are they going to take this? They're thinking about it. Amp damage. BZZ, they have the Eclipse out. BKB popped. All right, maybe Sari. They're going to swap them back away. They tried to do it beforehand, but there's the Satanic. A good disruptions. There's a lot of illusions. They're going to be going back towards Sadoy as, oh, it doesn't really matter, honestly. Iceberg is trying to do it. The Mjolnir is doing a lot of damage, but it's not enough. They find the kill. Everybody dead.
It's time to call it right now. I mean, go for the next game. This game is over.
What a great display. Effect, they were down so much, almost 10,000 throughout this early stages, and oh, the Luna just got too big.
Yeah, Luna late game is always so hard to play against. He has a BKB and Satanic on, just going straight for the throne.
Here comes GG. FNG does finally throw out one of his own, but Effect taking game 1. Are you surprised? Are you? This is what you expected? How are you feeling with your Team Spirit right now?
Team Spirit had the game in their pockets, but kind of blew it in that push. They wasted so much time to get the tier 3 tower and to get only ranged barracks there. When Team Effect wasn't that strong, Luna didn't have that much items, and the Ember was kind of underfarmed. They just didn't manage to do it.
Well, I'm very impressed. I can't wait to hop into game number 2. Again, winner of this series is going to move on to face Empire in the grand finals for that final spot, the DAC qualifiers. A lot of great teams are already there. Myself, Lyrical, as well as Lacoste, going to be bringing you the action of our game number 2, as well as our second series. Any final words before we move on to that?
Yeah, I hope to
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome back again to the DAC 2017 CIS Lower Bracket Finals. The semifinals, in fact, it's Team Spirit facing off against Effect. I'm Lyrical, going to be joined as well, but of course, we're already into the draft again. There's picking quickly. I don't know what to do with myself.
Yeah, let's check the draft. Pretty much every CIS team, they value Luna really high, plus Shadow Demon as well, and Lone Druid, of course, which was banned and picked the last game. Some classic stuff, Luna plus Rubik, because Shadow Demon was taken, so Rubik can steal a Disruption. If Shadow Demon is not quick enough to cast Shadow Poison after Disruption, so he steals Disruption and uses it on Luna, so pretty much it's Shadow Demon and Luna.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Very unique, and well, not a unique combo. It's a combo we've seen a lot of times. Two heroes that are incredibly popular. The other thing is that I feel like whenever Team Spirit get challenged, they just tend to go to IO Tiny. Like in the second phase too, it's almost their go-to move for themselves. Is that if they can't get the Chen, if they can't get that early push, they go for IO Tiny, and usually they play it pretty well.
Yeah, Iceberg is known for his Tiny, playing it a lot. I see it a lot of in pubs, and he really plays it really well. As you mentioned, they have this strategy with Chen. If Chen is taken, they try to go for some kind of push strat. If it's not working, then they switch to Io and Tiny.
Yeah, very frustrating. And I will also say that right now we're going to end up seeing a Silencer taken. It's been more and more of a popular pick in the CIS region. It was started sort of as a 4, but now we've seen more and more mids, and it looks like that's where it's going to be again. Do you like the pick for Effect?
Yeah, so far, really nice lineup. They have pretty much of everything. Silencer to counter the IO Tiny relocates. Centaur also, you could just run away with it if you see it on the minimap. Just use Stampede, plus they have Lina Shadow Demon combo again. They can roam so easily.
Quite strong. We saw how powerful that could be in the last time. Do you think we're going to see more of the Lina Shadow Demon in competitive? With the newest patch, I'm wondering if this is like the new meta that's being established.
Well, it also might be a Lina mid and Silencer position 4/5 against the IO Tiny. Lina does really well in the mid lane. I mean, really well. Of course, she's gonna be in worse position, but she's gonna have one more hero because it's IO Tiny. You need to have 2 heroes in the mid lane.
Yeah, that is something to sort of notice. Is that that's probably gonna be. I mean, I don't know who would be best as that sort of supporting role. I guess you're probably going to keep Shadow Demon in your safe lane no matter what. It feels both of these heroes, they have like kind of decent harassing abilities. Probably Silencer is the one with the better harassment, wouldn't you say?
For the lane, yes, on the mid lane and on the bottom lane, Silencer better to harass, deals much more damage, but Shadow Demon can initiate better. They have a good combo, Disruption into Lina's stun, it's pretty deadly.
Maybe they just go Drow here. Oh, it's going to be a Terrorblade again. What else could it be? So they have the Shadow Demon Terrorblade combo. This time, it's going to be Effect running it, and Team Spirit are going to go for that last pick offlane puck.
Yeah, again, seems like they swapped heroes a bit.
Yeah. Well, it's no longer the Ember. They did switch up a lot of what their draft is going to be. We'll see how it ends up working. We'll hop into the game right now and then figure out what your thoughts are on it. So, how do you feel about the way that this game is set up? We just saw Luna kind of dominate the Terrorblade. Is that something that you feel like can be replicated again in this, or was that just more by virtue of the decisions that Team Spirit made that led them to lose the game?
Well, it was more of decisions. Later on, Batrider kicked in really well, got some good lassos. It was always 4 versus 5 fights since they insta-killed anyone. But Luna against Terrorblade, it can go both ways in the late game, depending what else is there and how much farm they have.
Yeah. There's not much that pierces BKB here. Probably the best thing that you're going to be able to do would be like an Iceberg toss to interrupt a Sunder with BKB on top of it. Or if Rubik is able to steal Global, which shouldn't ever happen, actually. So that's probably not the case. But it is going to be an F1 Silencer playing in the mid lane. How do you see him doing against the IO Tiny?
It's Silencer mid, actually. He's gonna do fine. Has a good range, good harassment. If they come close, probably gonna have one more hero on the mid lane. It's gonna be either Lina or Shadow Demon.
Okay. Well, we'll see if they can make it work for themselves. IO Tiny, just a traditionally really difficult matchup to deal with. I guess with Centaur alone in the top lane, he shouldn't have too much trouble, since it's just going to be a Rubik and Luna. And then for Sidoi down bottom, facing off against a Puck, how do you feel like that works out? Do you think that you stick like all of the heroes to roaming? Like, is it just going to be Lina and Shadow Demon going together no matter what?
Seems like they're swapping the lanes, actually. They want to place Centaur on the bottom and have that aggressive tri-lane on top. They have good potential with Metamorphosis level 1, just Shadow Demon Disruption, Lina stun. They can pretty much kill Rubik, or... yeah, it's going to be 3 versus 2, so it's fine. And on the bottom lane, Centaur does really fine against Puck.
Okay. You know, the other neat little thing about this is going the Shadow Demon against the Luna, you can get that Lunar Blessing for yourself as well. Getting that extra bit of aura mitigates how much effectiveness that has. So really, really cool if Arzik is capable of finding that disruption onto the Luna.
Yeah, that is correct. On the mid lane, Afro Ninja, his lane is on the Team Spirit side, so he's not gonna get much out of it.
Oh, maybe a first blood here. FNG in some trouble. Nice stun, though, is going to be able to keep him alive for the moment. And can they find it? Not going to be able to.
Yeah, they were kind of all in the same spot, didn't move out, so the telekinesis doesn't catch all 3 heroes. Meanwhile, Io just double stacking the camps. Yeah, he made it. He just killed trees in the forest with Tether and Quelling Blade on Tiny, so it's easy to stack those camps.
I think that's my favorite mechanic in the world, double stacking camps with any hero. It's just so awesome. Do you remember back in the day when you could do 3 or 4 camps at once with Shadow Demon? That was the dream.
Yeah, with Tayo, I think you could have done 3 as well, but it's hard to stack right now because creeps spawn every 2 minutes, so
We need
not
to
that
bring it
effective
back.
anymore. You think so?
That's my favorite thing in the world. It's great.
Are you one of those players that picks the jungle last? I don't like what my team picked, then you went for Legion Commander jungle or Bloodseeker?
No, I usually like go first pick position 5 support.
Oh, mid.
Oh,
mid,
are they gonna do
back
it?
toss on the Io.
Ninja, he's calm, cool, and collected. Gonna head off the other direction. Not going to be phased by that. They have kind of switched things up a little bit now. So they brought DK Phobos top, and then it's gonna be a little bit of a tri-lane down bottom against the Luna.
Double damage.
They also have, if they stick to this, Terrorblade has a permanent shield, should do fine against Puck on top, and they have good kill potential on bottom. Let's see that.
This is a real problem now. They get the stomp that comes out. Sloshlow already level 3. They do have the double edge as well. Body blocks are there. FNG not there to help in time.
Yeah, Lina was not in position to cast the stun, even got the telekinesis from the Rubik, but still manages to get a Dragon Slave, and they finish him with that.
Really well played. Yeah, so already a hot start for Effect in terms of that, and the laning stage also working out fairly well into their favor. The big loser so far has mainly just been the Silencer in the mid, who's 6-4, but I think that's made up for by how little Luna's got.
Yeah, but Silencer had that double damage up, got a level 4, has another Null Talisman coming out to him. He knows the Io's gonna stack in the forest for those right now, so he feels comfortable to play aggressive on that Tiny. There's huge stacks in the forest right now.
2 triples. Is there any way that you could see Effect go in and try and steal it? That was a huge part of the meta in the last patches of the 6.0, whatever the heck it was.
Yeah, usually Io and Tiny clear those camps around, let's say, between 7 and 9 minutes. So we can expect some aggressive wards on their side, even smoke coming out, trying to get those kills, because it gives so much to the team effect and cripples the Tiny.
They tried to force out a Lucent Beam. Didn't end up happening. They will be able to turn onto Arzik again, but just a bit of harassment and then backing out again.
Yeah, this lane on the bottom with level 2 Hoof Stomp and Disruption plus Lina stun, it's really deadly. No hero can survive that, actually. Especially with Soul Catcher on. It's gonna be level 2 right now, so plus 30% extra damage from all those spells, it's really big.
We just saw right there as well. Lina able to run in, steal a rune away from Vanscore. Very frustrating situation, I'm sure. And, well, he's going to get in a position to heal up mid again, and then maybe try and go for another set of stacks. Maybe redeem himself a little bit for that rough Shadow Demon game that he had last time around. But,
yeah.
Bottom.
On the bottom lane, Invis Lina.
Now they get the disruption, and now a Hoof Stomp going to come out. The TPs are going to be there as well. Io trying to do it. Can they save him? No, Vanscore not there in time. FNG now also may be in trouble. Vanscore might have TP'd into his death. He is going to fall. Roger with the double, and, well, trades over the creep back row. Hits one more time for FNG.
Yeah, this is huge for Team Effect. Meanwhile, when this happens, Io TP's bottom, even dies. Silencer feels so comfortable on mid, just harassing Tiny. Well, Terrorblade on top, they tried to make a go on him, but couldn't kill him. Puck was still level 5, so hard to get him.
The Metamorphosis used, but this has also meant that Terrorblade's gotten a lot of levels up here top. 27 and 7 versus the, at least for now on the Puck, 25 and 8. Pretty even.
Oh, Tiny. They got him.
In some trouble. Level 3 Hoof Stomp. No way out of this one. No level 6 on Vanscore, and he might end up going down as well. What are you doing? This is a problem. Effect taking no prisoners. They don't hit the Hoof Stomp. A couple more right clicks. Roger diving for this one. FNG's going to pull him back in. They get the stun on it too, and, well, Puck has shown up as well. They are going to be able to at least dissuade Effect from going any deeper.
Wow. Sadly, Puck was only level 5 there. He could have gotten a big Dream Coil.
Huge. Looks like they are going to pop Shrine now. Everybody heals up. Back to their respective lanes.
Those 3-man shrines, they feel so good. Like, you can feel it in the air. Like, wow. You don't have to go to base.
I think Lumi, when they first came out, was saying that we needed to come up with a name for it, and the name that he came up was taking a shower with your team. I don't know what that says, but I liked it. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, but depends who is in your team. So yeah. if you want to take a shower with your team or not.
Yeah. Definitely. I'd take a shower with Vanscore, definitely. All right, so we've got Sashlam now down here at the bottom lane. He's currently top of the CS, as well as the Terrorblade up in the top end. Well, the first Stampede going to be used now. They turn on to this Luna. It is just going from bad to worse for Team Spirit. 5-0 start.
Yeah, the easy setup gank with Stampede, easy to run away from relocate. They're just gonna pressure the tower right now. This is the kind of movement you need. This kind of plays actually make the game easy for your team. Good smoke, good Stampede, good rotations.
Oh god, and you know what? They just pinged out that they want to go check for stacks right now. And this is now a 4-stack on both of these camps. If they manage to come in and contest this would be terrible. Mid lane, Afro Ninja is going to go right clicks coming through. Can they do it? There's going to be the imprisonment. Iceberg already fairly low. He is going to end up being able to jaunt away, dropping low. Iceberg, is he going to die, or is he still here? They do walk away with Iceberg. 47 HP. But the battle for the stacks is going to continue. Effector showing up. They've already loosened them a little bit of the way, and the Hoof Stomp available. They're going to be able to take this. Oh, this feels so bad right now for the Tiny.
Yeah, this is huge. Luna is here using ultimate on Silencer. Good Stampede.
Oh my god. Well, they're able to take a couple creeps with the ulti and chase him back, but that was so much gold, and you can see it would have been their catch-up mechanic.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah, really good ultimates on Centaur. This first one was used offensively to kill Luna. Now he used it just to run away from Luna's ulti.
Roger even able to steal away a couple there at the last second. Got a big creep off of that one. Oh, well, Iceberg is still going to be able to have a decent timing on his Blink Dagger here. A little ways away from it.
Yeah, but so is going to Centaur have it. 400 gold away from it, and he's going to farm it in the next wave, next 2 waves, actually.
Okay. Well, how do you feel like that changes the complexion of this game? Are Team Spirit really under the gun now to try and make plays happen, like maybe around the Puck Veil and the Blink Dagger, or do you think that they're comfortable going into later stages of this game? Just farming?
They'll have a late game with Tiny IO and Luna, but they need that Blink Dagger on Tiny so they can actually get some good kills.
Okay.
And if you look at the team effects lineup, they have good save for Shadow Demon, they have Silencer ulti, and with Silencer it's always good to combine one hero that has classic initiation. Blink Stun, Blink Lasso, Blink something, so you just cast Global Silence after that and pick up one. Oh.
Wow, big pick off there. He was able to buy the Blink Dagger before Centaur went down, so not complete and total terrible thing for Iceberg there, but it does reveal the Blink Dagger, and this is the timing, the reason that they draft this hero for him. He's so good at finding these pickoffs. We'll have to see how the next couple minutes go.
Yeah, he's level 9 right now, has Avalanche and Toss maxed, 1 level in ulti to increase his Toss damage, and IO is gonna get level 6 right now this way, so they can relocate wherever they want. It's easy to set up a gank with Puck using a Dream Coil. Maybe we'll see it right now. Global Silence is up, so they don't want to go.
Yeah, did use it a little bit earlier, Puck, on the Shadow Demon. Wasn't able to find the kill with it. I guess still the one downside right now for Effect is that their Silencer has kind of been hurt a little bit in terms of the amount of farm he's been able to get. Also only 2 stolen intelligence, which really hurts him as well. But we've seen him catch back up on the Silencer as well throughout these qualifiers.
Yeah, only 2 intelligence stolen, but Silencer scales really well, especially if they get a good team fight and he survives, stealing a lot of int. But Luna kind of struggling this game. Level 8 only has a Magic Wand and Power Treads, plus what is there else? Infused Raindrop, working towards Ring of Aquila. Only 3k net worth.
This is a little bit frustrating too. They wanted to get a single pull off and have a double wave going into the tower, but they killed the first one a little bit too quickly, and so it's kind of going to be like one wave and then a second one immediately afterwards. So a little bit more difficult to push the tower with that. FNG does have 6. We've seen him play a pretty great Rubik throughout his career, and this is a game with a good amount of spells to steal.
Yeah, you can steal pretty much whatever you steal, it's good. From Shadow Demon, Lina, Silencer, Centaur, everything is good. Well, did you see when Rubik steals Metamorphosis?
I haven't before.
Yeah, it looks so funny. He's like a small Terrorblade.
What a guy. I've seen, I think, an ability drop before when certain heroes get it, but it was broken for a long time in that as well. In the meantime, look at all these freaking illusions hitting away at this tower. Not to mention the Shadow Demon ready to create some more of them, and they are just going to keep the pressure on. Still, well, about a little bit more than half duration left on this Metamorphosis.
Yeah, they can fight right now because of the Global Silence, and Terrorblade has that Arcane Rune, which means a lot. They can continue pushing towers right after they take tier 2 tower at mid.
Yeah, really rough. Does end up going down.
Yeah, double tower for Terrorblade.
And Metamorphosis back off cooldown in just about 45 seconds as well, so yeah, everything coming up Effect right now. When's the point where we start looking towards Roche? Is that something where they need to itemize into some minus armor first, or do you think they can just go in whenever they want?
Well, they need either Metamorphosis or just get a good team wipe.
Ooh, Roger. Walking into some scariness. Iceberg's eating a few trees, and looks like they're trying to get set up down here. A lot of heroes in the area. They're going for a smoke play. Oh, this would be huge.
Dire Scan.
All right, they are not going to find anybody as of yet. They'll try and push in the creep wave, but this might give the game away, honestly.
This looks so scary for Team Spirit. If they initiate and the Global Silence comes up, they're ready. They know something is up, so they're TPing bottom already.
God. All right, yeah, Blink Dagger is there. They have Metamorphosis again. Oh, they ping out. I think they know where they are. Radiant, they do have a scan. They hit them with the scan. Oh, Team Spirit.
Oh.
God, this is scary. Jump forward, finds the initiation on FNG. They jump back out afterwards. Maybe going to be able to get the counterplay. They bring him down low, able to steal away the Stampede. The jump out. Team Spirit actually ends up taking this one pretty effectively. Already Afro Ninja dropping low. Sadoy has been left completely alone, though, and Iceberg is going to drop. So in spite of the solid initiation and the turnaround from Spirit, Effect take that one in a pretty great way, I think.
Yeah, that's not how you initiate for Team Effect right now. The Stampede was stolen and double coil from Puck and double Avalanche toss and 2 heroes just insta-kill them with Tiny. 2 for 2 trade.
So a much longer cooldown on Metamorphosis this time, 100 seconds before it's back up. Well, you talked about it.
Yeah.
Shadow Demon Illusion is being spammed.
Yeah, they're still happy about it. They took a tower and they only lost the support duo and got a kills on Iceberg as well, plus FNG, so it's a good trade for Effect still.
Alright, well, Iceberg is now building back into an Echo Saber. We'll have it shortly. This ensures that those ganks go a little bit more smoothly than they had before. Probably can kill off who? The Shadow Demon. Lena should be able to go down, although she does have a cloak. And besides that, well, I guess apparently they can take down a Shadow Demon really easily. Dreamglow goes out on Sashlo. He's in some trouble, but they do get the Stampede off, so they'll back out.
Yeah, there was no global to counter it. Shadow Demon a bit too far on the enemy side. Smoke.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Any big talents, really? Sadoy went for the attack speed. Ooh, this could be a big one. Iceberg spots him out there, but he is back out. Good decision making. They're going to go instead onto the Shadow Demon. Easy pickings to take down our Zeke and jump forward. The catch
nice
onto
stun.
2. Sashlo able to find him. Oh, Iceberg, this is not where you want to be. They take down that Tiny, and well, last word was stolen, but can FNG actually get out of here? It looks like for now they will be able to. A Blink Dagger off cooldown again in a second. Roger looking for the stun. He's a lot more quick and telekinesis, but there's the catch. FNG is going to drop. Last word follows, but that's going to do it.
Yeah, a lot of kills for Team Effect. They only got Shadow Demon again. Shadow Demon kind of level 6, died 3 times, but they're getting a lot of kills in return.
This is all ways to help the Silencer get back into the game too. 8 int stolen now, and he's building towards that Force Staff.
Yeah, he keeps Magic Wand and the Power Treads on Strength because he's playing against Tiny when he's not farming, so that he can't insta-kill him.
Tower is under attack.
It's about those little things.
What do you think about this minus 25 respawn time on Lena? It's pretty nifty, right?
Yeah, level 1. I mean level 10 talent tree. It's kind of cool. You're out in a few seconds at level 10.
Yeah, really cool. And they need her to be there for those little stuns every now and then. And well, now a problem. Metamorphosis still a little bit less than half duration.
Radiant structures.
They're going to send out some illusions to try and deal damage to the tier 3.
Bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah. Usually Shadow Demons, when playing with Luna or with Terrorblade, they tend to go max disruption, just have Soul Catcher level 2. He decided to go for level 3 Soul Catcher because Shadow Demon kind of dies in battle a lot, so it's better to have disruption earlier, and it deals so much more damage scales. So good.
They're sort of getting set up now. Vanscore signaling like they could want to go for a relocate play, but it doesn't look like Team Spirit really want to try and take that chance. Maybe feeling okay about their potential late game with Luna getting there later on. Like, if you do get her as stacked up as she was last game, it might make the difference. But BZZ's going for a different build. He is actually going to be going into the Manta style, so that does help out the Shadow Demon more than like what the build that we saw previously from Effect.
Yeah, well, he knows he needs to get rid of the silence, so that's why he's going for it in a team fight. So when they initiate, he'll use Manta and try to pop big Eclipse on them.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah. Lina, on the other hand, has Glimmer Cape to deny the magic damage coming up from Tiny, and Puck, who has a Whales to add some extra damage on it.
Yeah, this is pretty good. Also going to be going back for that Atos now. Not often that we see that picked up at these stages, but maybe this is the new Lina build. I'm really excited to see Lina back again. I think the mixture of that talent and then also just the fact that we've been getting more of these mobile roaming around supports, it's a good place for her to be.
Yeah, I agree with you. She kind of excels into late game as well with good items. She can deal so much damage. But he went for Vitality Booster just to boost the HP. So she can die from Tiny combo with that Glimmer Cape up, and Magic Wand just wants to tank up.
Oh god,
And,
FNG. Okay, a little bit off the mark there. That would have been a nice kill though.
Yeah, we still haven't seen any relocate plays. I don't think there was one relocate this game. It's hard to pull it off against Silencer when the global is up.
Yeah, that is definitely true. It feels like it was a great pick there at the end, the Silencer. Not the very end, but I think that they took it third or something. And they're also not building right now the Tiny or Van scored items that allow them to deal with it. Like, very long down the line, IO is building into Guardian Greaves, but...
Yeah, that's a long run. Tiny, meanwhile, he decides to go for Aghanim Scepter instead of... He usually, when playing Tiny, either goes for fast Aghanim Scepter or Echo Saber into Shadow Blade, so he can get in the back lines of enemy team and just kill the supports instantly. But this game he decides to go for Aghanim Scepter because he needs it to clear the Terrorblade illusions, especially with Shadow Demon on the enemy team.
Yeah, they really don't have much way to deal with it right now. The glaives are great in theory, but it's not something where you're capable of really clearing them quickly. Probably the best is going to be the Puck, honestly.
Yeah. Puck just using Veil and using Illusory Orb. Luna doesn't clear illusions at this point of the game because she has a short range, didn't even go for Dragonlance, kind of hard to get close.
There's the global onto Iceberg. Vanscore still trying to heal up through this. Can they find the kill? Doesn't look like it's going to happen as of yet. They are going to, well, bring in the Shadow Demon as well. Avalanche toss combo. Glimmer Cape not able to keep him alive. A really questionable initiation there going on to the Tiny with Io still around.
Yeah, we saw how much damage he can take. IO, it's level 3 overcharge, 15% damage reduction plus Tranquil Boots, Urn popped, and Bottle plus some magic wand charges. Tiny just didn't die. And Stampede was stolen from Rubik. They got a good positioning with that.
Radiant's middle tower is
Did
under
Io make it out of there? Did he TP or how did they do it?
They relocated back.
Okay. I thought that they had gone for a regular, that they had just walked down there and he relocated away, but shows what I know there. DK Phobos, look at this build real quick. Phase Boots Puck.
Yeah, not a big fan on those offlane Phase Boots. Offlane Phase Boots Puck is decent when you have draw as well because of that extra damage, and then you get more movement speed, even more damage, and you can just out harass, even go be a right clicker in the later stages of the game.
Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And you saw there clearing out the illusions. You still get a little bit of something for those, but in the meantime, a DD rune on Terrorblade with Metamorphosis, and Sidoi now picks up the Aegis as well. They're trying to go for a wraparound play right now. Arzik is here. Iceberg kind of left alone. They do have global in 23 seconds. Doesn't feel like it's going to be up in time. Slashlow is there. There's the jump in. Avalanche toss doing some damage. Not a whole ton, though, but they do manage to bring him down. And now they're kind of in an awkward position. They are bringing in the Lina on the other side, but the slow coming down onto Iceberg, trying to take down Vanscore. They almost kill him off. They do find that kill. Iceberg TPing away, but they aren't going to be able to catch him.
Still a decent trade for Team Spirit. Tiny getting a lot of farm on the bottom lane, getting that kill as well. And on top lane, Luna just continues to farm.
Radiant's top
Luna
tower
is
has fallen.
4k below Terrorblade, but with Manta style, she can catch up.
Radiant's top tower is under
BZZ doing
attack.
what he can to stay in this game. And I mean, certainly you can't underestimate the value of an Eclipse. But against all of these illusions, it's also maybe going to mitigate that damage. We'll have to see how it plays out.
Roger finished that road of 8 toss, so not the item we see often, but in my opinion really strong, especially against heroes like Tiny. If he doesn't get a BKB, or even when the BKB drops, a relocate coming out.
They want to go on to him. The global silence comes out. Our Zeke, they played this quite well, and now Vanscore in trouble. Does drop. Iceberg also going to go down maybe. Our Zeke is going to get Glimmer Caped, but cannot stay alive. So they kill off Iceberg.
Radiant's middle tower
This is
under
why you
attack.
don't relocate it.
Radiant's
This is
middle
why they
tower
didn't
has fallen.
relocate it in the early and the, let's call it the mid game, because of that global silence. Whenever it's up, you just can't get a kill.
Radiant's top tower is
Particularly
under
near a
attack.
shrine as well, against a Shadow Demon who's got that natural save mechanic. And honestly, that might have also revealed the ward placement here, which is probably going to get dewarded relatively soon, I would imagine, by effect.
Yeah, that is true.
Tough, tough, tough. BKB for Luna? Necessary in your mind?
Yeah, remove global, and there's a lot of stuff to focus on. A lot of burst damage from Lina, plus Soul Catcher, and a lot of magical damage from Silencer, plus initiations from Centaur. You know, she really needs it that game.
Yeah, and there's our Zeke taking this down again. And, well, considering what happened, I don't think that they would want to relocate anyways onto him, but it was still down for 15 seconds also. FNG, oh no, here it comes. Maybe, okay, lift back, fine for the moment. DK Phobos trying to take him down. And Rubik steals Light Strike Array.
Yeah, Rubik with the Light Strike Array seems so strong because he doesn't have animation. It uses it instantly.
Yeah, that little animation of Lina's is so obnoxious. It's like, let me show you where my stun is going to land. Right here, as she's waving her arms around. But now a good silence comes out. FNG looking to drop it, is going to be able to find it. Iceberg, have a toss combo on FNG. He's going to get force tapped away though. Stampede as well. Rubik able to steal it, so they turn it back against the side of effect, and Roger is going to go down. But Sadoi, BKB pop, they are going to be able to bring down that silencer as well. Force tap to the high ground, turning on the BZZ. He is going to drop, so they take down the Luna. Thinking about going further for Iceberg here. He is going to have his Blink Dagger back up in 1 second, and he should be out, maybe? Okay, yeah, he jumps.
Yeah. This could have been Tiny. He can reinitiate. Good stomp by Centaur.
Oh my god, triple kill for Sadoi. You don't want to go back in. Sashlo making the plays. Well played by that Centaur.
Yeah, they could have actually turned the fight around with one small thing, one good play from Luna. She had the Manta style ready, and if she popped it in the... That's just theoretical. When the Centaur used stun, they could have turned the fight around. Puck was behind him, and they could have actually made it there.
They Manta dodged the stun.
Yeah.
Well,
Kind of hard, but still.
Gotta go hard. Go hard or go home. Oh god, FNG, he's going home. There's no hard for him.
Had enough
But
for you.
Tier 3 is gonna go down now as, well, do they actually manage to finish it off? BZZ is here. They're dealing damage onto Sadoi. He does have Sunder. Good silence. There's the Aegis. Still surviving.
Tiny is out in 1 second. Deeping in already.
Okay. We're gonna create some illusions of the Luna. Send it back in. Why not? Puck drops the Dream Coil. He should be able to walk away.
Yeah, this was some weird initiation by Puck. There's a pipe of insight on the Centaur. That's gonna be huge.
And roughly around a 3,000 net worth lead for effects, 4,000 experience, but it's feeling like the net worth that you're getting out of effect right now is just doing so much more for them at this point.
Yeah, Terrorblade is so huge right now. 0 deaths on him. Sadoi guy really playing well both games. Has a Skadi and a BKB plus Hurricane Pike and Casual Yasha.
They did have the Blink Dagger coming out for the Shadow Demon there. Going to be able to cut the creep wave. So Phobos doing a good job. Almost got the Courier Snipe as well. But didn't end up happening there.
I'm surprised Iceberg didn't go for a BKB this game against all this magic damage. He needs it to fight. I mean, he counts a lot what Io's gonna do and Io's positioning in the fight, but he can't rely on that. If Io dies, he is just one stun, he's dead.
Neither of them have TPs right now. And they're probably going to check this area. This is a very common spot to ward. There's the jump in. They get the disruption onto the IO and the sketch. And, well, now they have the global out, so the relocate is going to be successful, at least for the moment. But Vanscore's coming back here.
Yeah, that global came a bit too slow. Centaur. There it is.
Radiant's top tower is
Nicely
under
done.
attack.
But now Sedoya, DD rune on him, Metamorphosis as well. Roger trying to chase, does have that Atos, going to turn on to Iceberg. They choose their target, and they're going to kill him off. The Tiny never stood a chance. FNG trying to TP, but they create that disruption again. A double kill for Roger.
Yeah, Team Effect playing so good at the moment. They killed both shrines, and Roche will be up pretty soon. Oh, Puck is invis. Do they have anything to reveal? No.
God, if he goes on him right now, I mean, does he spot out the rest of these heroes? Okay, Hurricane Pike. They realize where he jaunted to. DK Phobos lift up, and well, that does secure that he's out of there, but that's scary moments.
Yeah, we saw that Tiny needs a BKB. He needs to build one. But just that road of Atos on Lina, he becomes so useless in a team fight.
I guess maybe they're thinking, like, we can't fight them right now, so we'll just try and do what best we can against towers, but it's almost a losing mentality. Well, it feels like that's what they're close to doing. Everybody up, but they don't have a great answer. Nice lift up onto Roger there, stealing Light Strike Array again, turning it back onto Roger. He's in trouble, is going to drop. Sedoy sunders up Luna. She's just going to fall as well. The BKB doesn't even matter.
They need to back out right now.
Okay.
Terrorblade doesn't have Aegis anymore, but good disruption.
I'm going to keep him alive there. Sedoy pops it, tries to turn and fight. Okay. That
Poppy pause.
Lag XD. Okay. No global silence for 15 seconds. But they use
Disruption on cooldown as well. Thunder on cooldown. He's gonna go down.
Alright. Well, maybe it was lag, but these illusions are going to end up almost killing off Iceberg. They end up finding that kill in the end. Vanscore trying to get out. But in spite of Terrorblade going down, I still feel like this is a huge win for Effect.
Yeah, they traded Terrorblade for kills on Tiny and Rubik, and Rax is on top, plus they're starting to hit the Raxes on mid. Tiny buys back.
They might end up losing more here. Iceberg tries to hit Appleninja, and he does have Hurricane Pike in 10 seconds, but might drop before he's capable of doing that. Good counterplay, though, by Sashlo, and going to be able to get another one, maybe, as Vanscore has to pop the Eul Scepter to stay alive. Roger goes for the corner hit, trying to run away, able to find the kill regardless, and now they get the Atos onto Iceberg. The right clicks from the supports, doing enough damage, and with that disruption, they might be able to kill him off. Sashlo runs in just to try and finish it off. That's a dieback now, though. And with the Tiny illusions hitting their own base, it's disheartening and a half for Team Spirit.
Shadow Demon and Lena just taking care of Tiny, who bought back. This combo is so strong, especially with Soul Catcher level 4. They deal so much damage. Luna popped the BKB, wants to fight.
When you have to pop a BKB to deal with the position 5 support on the enemy team, and you're the position 1, things aren't going well.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, it's so disheartening, I'm sure.
Yeah, if you look at... they're gonna back. If you look at the Iceberg mentality from the yesterday's game on Tinker, he decides to go for BKB on Tinker, which is like seen in 1% of the games. And this game, which he's like 95% that you need to have one, he doesn't go for it.
Yeah. It feels like it's definitely a mentality change compared to their matches that they played yesterday, almost where they're feeling pressed up against a wall or something, but clearly struggling here.
Dire's middle barracks.
Does look like now the barracks going to go down. They jump forward. Global comes out. Luna is just gone.
Dire's middle barracks.
There's nothing you can do anymore. Third blade just switching to bottom lane.
Stampede stolen from Rubik. They also stole Light Strike Array, so maybe they can make something happen here, but Sadoy is just too large. In charge, FNG throws out a stun. It's only on these 5 illusions who are still going to end up falling, but Sadoy is the big one. Oh, big stomp from Sach, though. Oh, God, it feels bad. Feels real bad. Reflection as well. They just do too much damage, and FNG trying to back out in a way, but GG finally going to get called, as Effect are going to move on to the grand finals, eliminating Spirit from the game.
Radiant victory.
Wow, that's the late initiation by Centaur in the last team fight. 4-man stun plus a 4-man curse, just huge. I mean, Team Effect playing so well.
Yeah, really impressive display from them. So we're going to end up moving on now. It's going to be Effect versus Empire for that final spot. We just did see this game yesterday where Empire were able to beat them down 2-0, but the games were really close. If you're Effect, you ended up having a really convincing first round against, I think that they were the ones that played against Vega, and then you face off against Spirit, who also got dominated pretty easily. Is there any chance that maybe they were holding back against Empire, saving some strategies, thinking that they could take this one easily? And how do you feel about the match that's coming up next year?
Team Effect, if their draft today seems so much stronger than the yesterday's, so maybe they were holding back. As you mentioned, these drafts today, they have pretty much everything. I just love how they picked the heroes and how they executed their strategies, so I expect really good games in the next series. Feel like Team Empire and Effect are kind of on the same level. So it can go both ways. The picks will pretty much decide how the game's gonna go.
Yeah, and I'll mention real quickly as well, because a lot of people have been talking about, the lack of VP in this qualifiers, and that maybe CIS they shouldn't be getting the spot or whatever. But keep in mind, this is an Effect team that up until VP got DDoSed were completely dominating VP. I casted that game earlier, and Effect actually were able to pretty much almost beat out VP, and then they got DDoSed at the end, so it didn't really even end up mattering. But it's a team that I think can really show up on the big stage, and Empire also. These are teams that I think, particularly, one of them is going to make it to the DAC qualifiers, one of them is going to make it to the DAC event. If teams don't prepare for them, they could be in for a little bit of a shock. So I'm excited to see the matchup as it comes up next, to see what this region is going to be sending off to DAC. Any final thoughts before we go into a little bit of a break here?
Yeah, I have to say something about CIS region. There's a lot of people complaining about it, but CIS plus China is the biggest market, and Chinese and Russian mentality is kind of a lot of people think that if they don't have any CIS teams, they just don't want to watch the game. So they're like pretty nationality oriented. If there's no Russian team,